Your life begins with a command, hardwired into your DNA. A single, ancient directive that will define your entire existence. But it is not build, it is not survive. It is much, much stranger. Your purpose is to find the one thing you cannot tolerate and destroy it. You are born into a world of blissful ignorance. You are a beaver. Everyone thinks you are a charming, industrious lumberjack, a wholesome symbol of hard work. For a while, you believe it yourself. You spend your youth learning the family trade, gnawing on wood, swimming, and generally being a fluffy, semi-aquatic potato. And then, one day, you hear it. A sound that bypasses your ears and strikes directly at your soul. The sound of running water. To any other creature, it is a peaceful, pleasant sound. To you, it is a cosmic scream. It is a system error in the matrix of your reality. It is a flaw in the perfect design of the world. It is an itch in your brain that you cannot scratch, a maddening, relentless whisper that says, something is broken, something is out of place, it must be silenced. This is not a choice. This is your curse. You are not a builder. You are an obsessive compulsive neurotic, and the sound of a babbling brook is your personal hell. You have your mission. You must silence the chaos. You must fix the world. Your work begins. You are a miracle of biological engineering. Your teeth are self-sharpening iron-infused chainsaws. Your tail is a perfect rudder and counterbalance. You become a whirlwind of obsessive energy. You fell trees with a relentless fury. You drag logs, you pile mud, you weave branches. You are not building a home. You are building a weapon against a sound. Finally, after weeks of manic, non-stop labor, you succeed. You have built a dam. The water rises, the current slows, and the sound, the maddening, terrible sound of running water, stops. Silence. For the first time in your adult life, your brain is quiet. You have achieved peace. You have fixed the world. But your peace is a declaration of war on everyone else. You turn around to admire your work and you see the consequences. The beautiful, vibrant valley you once knew is gone. In its place is a silent, stagnant, ever-expanding lake. You have not just stopped a stream, you have murdered a forest. The ancient trees that have stood for centuries are now standing in 2 feet of water. Their roots are drowning. Slowly, silently, they begin to die. The birds that nested in their branches are forced to flee. The squirrels that lived in their hollows are now homeless refugees. The rabbit family whose burrow is on the lower bank, their home is now a muddy, underwater tomb. The fox who used this valley as its prime hunting ground, its territory has been erased, its food supply gone. You see it on the far bank, looking at you not as a fellow creature, but as a natural disaster, an amoral god of destruction. You have built your quiet, peaceful fortress, a perfect safe moat around your cozy lodge, but this fortress is built on the ruins of a dozen other civilizations. You are the god emperor of a silent, dead kingdom you created, and you rule from a palace built of corpses. This is the dark, brutal truth of your hard work. You live out your life in your perfect, silent kingdom. You raise a family, teaching them the same sacred obsession. And then, one day, you die. Years pass. Without your constant, neurotic maintenance, your great dam begins to fail. A small leak becomes a crack becomes a breach, and one day, with a great roar, the dam breaks. The water recedes, the silent lake is gone. And what is left behind is not the dead, barren wasteland you created. It is a miracle. The years of trapped sediment, the decaying wood from the trees you killed, the altered flow of the water, it has all combined to create a new, impossibly fertile landscape. The old, simple valley is gone. In its place is a rich, vibrant wetland meadow, a new, more complex, and more beautiful world. This new paradise attracts new life. The frogs and dragonflies arrive in swarms. The new water-loving plants attract moose and deer. The open meadow, richer than the old forest, becomes a perfect hunting ground for hawks and owls. You did not destroy a world. You were the catalyst for its rebirth. And in that final cosmic understanding, your true purpose is revealed. You were not a neurotic, obsessive destroyer. You were evolution's most brutal and effective terraforming engineer. Your obsessive hatred of running water was not a flaw. It was the tool that forced you to enact necessary, violent change. You were a living, breathing, controlled burn, a force that had to destroy the old, stagnant world to allow a new, more diverse one to be born. You were not God's forgotten engineer. You were his most misunderstood one. Your legacy is not the dam you built. It is the new, beautiful worlds that grew on the grave of the one you so ruthlessly, so obsessively, and so perfectly destroyed.